Okay, I prohibited to shoot my videos or to copy my videos on philosophy, but one freak also borrows them and inserts them into his analysis. Okay, this time I won't complain anywhere and I won't send my applications to the authorities of the channel. It doesn't matter. Also, I'll make a note on this in my own videos on philosophy, and I'll continue my videos in English because some students from other countries watch them and they also like my statements, my types of argumentation in this or that subject, especially when it concerns atheism, when it concerns religion and philosophy itself. And the founder of the system named the objective materialism. What it means? That freak says that materia cannot exist, the same as God cannot exist. Materia or matter cannot exist as itself or without any form. Of course, it cannot exist. But God has no form. God is only contemplation, an abstract contemplation. It's the imagination and has the imaginative ideas. There is no the strict proof on God's existence, and nobody of the previous philosophers gave any proof. Not Aquinsky, not Anselm, nobody could say anything about God's existence. And in logic, we do understand that there cannot be any logically strict and without any deduction, proof of the God's existence. You cannot prove God's existence in any way because any proof in logic must have its basement, must have its adequacy, must have its non-contradiction. Any proof must have those types, and any proof must be in accordance or must exist according to the law of excluded third. Excluded third means that I'm here, not in some distance of me, from me, or not behind the wall of this room or anywhere else. That means that there is no third true idea of my being in this place, only beyond or beside the fact that I am strictly here or I am not here. There cannot be any third significance of this idea or of this discourse. So in our philosophical way, we have any discourses or statements which we can prove as being or non-being. And also we may have a subjective world, and the world abstract world in our head. So in the epistemological, or I would say even in gnoseological way, this world either exists objectively or do not exist. So gnoseologically, I do exist or I don't exist. But I do exist. It is proved in many ways. It is proved by my documents. It is proved by my video where I speak anything. So I am not as itself, but I am the concrete object here. But as for material, we say that material as itself does not exist. It exists in my form. It exists in the form of the glass, or of the mug, or of the bagmani, maybe, or of the car, of the house, of the garden, of the street, of the road, of the pavement, or of the pathway, or of the river, of the sea, of the ocean, of the globe, of the mountain, of the volcano, of the hurricane, and so on. So we can name all the world of subjects as a proof of the world. World exists as itself in the form of the subjective object, of the objects which have signs by which we distinguish this object from another.